Do not wait for those doors to open for you. Get out there, create your own opportunities, and build those doors for you to step through and step into that future that you want. Step into that future that is right there for you for the taking. What's up, everyone? A few weeks ago, I posted a video talking about the paralegal schooling programs. And in that video, I merely suggested that you take a look at ABA approved programs. And so I just wanted to take this opportunity to talk a little bit more about that video, to clarify something that may have been misconstrued, and to be brutally honest with you about becoming a paralegal. So in this video, I want to talk to you about a sacrifice, a huge one at that I had to make in order to get my foot in the door. So without further ado, let's do this today. So first and foremost, I want to clarify this video right here. And I want to say that in that video, I was not in any way, shape, or form promoting any ABA approved programs. Rather, I was merely suggesting that you take a look at them first. Having said that, let's be clear about something. Over the last several years of me being in this industry and reviewing all the resumes that I have and working with the people that I have, I must say that the resumes that landed at the top of the stack were ones that were local college graduates. So keep that in mind. ABA approved or not, if you're coming in from a local college, there are a lot of resources there, but the attorneys, I think, feel much better about you coming from a local college or a local university and knowing a little bit more about your local resources, the venues that you're going to be working in, probably a little bit about the procedures there. And so those resumes, ABA approved or not, tend to land at the top of the stack. But I understand that as a person coming into YouTube and giving my tips and tricks and suggestions and recommendations, and really that's all that they are. But if you don't agree with them, that's okay. I don't expect to be able to please everyone and provide content that everybody agrees with. We're all entitled to our opinions. Now, YouTube works on specific algorithms, and one quantifying measure of the algorithm is engagement. And believe it or not, your nasty comments are part of the engagement. So your nasty comments actually help to promote my channel and to promote me in that YouTube algorithm and help push my content out there to the masses. So if you don't agree, then the best way for you to disagree is by not saying anything at all. Because by commenting, you're engaging and you are helping to promote my channel. Now, with that aside, let me be brutally honest about a big sacrifice I had to make in order to get my foot in the door. So those of you who have been following my channel for a while know that I have been in this crazy legal industry for more than 20 years. And if you watch this video right here, then you know that I actually worked at PetSmart before getting my foot in the door. So let me tell you that story really quick. I was working at PetSmart as a cashier, and I received a call from a friend who was working at a law firm who said that the receptionist had just walked out of the law firm. She got really angry at the attorney and walked out. And the attorney was going to place an ad in the paper the next day to replace that receptionist. Because yeah, that's how we found our jobs back then. An ad was placed in the paper. So let me know in the comments below if you circled those want ads with a red marker or some red lipstick, or my favorite, some red fingernail polish. So I eagerly waited until the end of my shift and I hurried home and I immediately changed into something nice, grabbed one of my resumes from the stack that was in my house and hurried up to that law firm, which wasn't far from where I was living at the time, thankfully, because I didn't have a car. But let's face it, my resume in hand, how much did I really have to offer? I was only working at PetSmart. Now, I had gone to a business college. I did have some skills we'll talk about in another video. But let's move on to the fact that I finally get to the attorney's office. I walk into the lobby where I'm seated right there and I wait for over an hour for this attorney to meet with me. So I get to see the attorney and I walk upstairs and I meet with him and I have my interview. Now, I have had multiple interviews at this point because I had really been searching for a job, any office job that I could get, and I was having a really difficult time getting my foot in the door. So it was really important that I impress the foo-foo out of this attorney that I was meeting with. When I was meeting with the attorney, I knew that I just needed to get my foot in the door. I knew that if I could get my foot in the door, I could more than likely prove myself. I'm a pretty driven person. So he actually offered me the job right there on the spot. However, and this is where the sacrifice came in, this attorney offered me the job and paid me $1,000 per month gross. Okay, that wasn't my take-home pay. And back then, believe it or not, earning $12,000 a year gross wasn't a livable wage. But I got my foot in the door. I had a full-time job. I had health benefits. I had dental benefits. Crappy. They were crappy. And I was only getting $1,000 per month. And I wasn't going to earn any overtime pay, which I actually got at PetSmart. And I think I actually earned more at PetSmart. But I got my foot in the door. And that was the most important thing. I had to sacrifice my finances in the short term for these long-term gains. But again, I got my foot in the door. So after a little over a year, I ended up leaving that law firm. And at the time when I left, I was making about $1,300 a month gross. Okay, still not a livable wage, but I had gotten my foot in the door. I had gained valuable skills while I was there. I consumed, I observed, I took initiative, and I was actually promoted to legal assistant shortly after taking that receptionist position. And I trained somebody else to be a receptionist. But I did what I needed to do to get my foot in the door and to prove my value at that law firm. I read a lot of comments and posts about paralegals who are unable to find a job. Either they don't have enough experience and so attorneys won't give them a chance, or they have the experience, but for whatever reason, they just can't get in the door. And so I hear you. I read you. I feel you. I've been in your shoes. But I'm here to tell you that you cannot wait for those opportunities to fall in your lap. You cannot be just sending out those resumes en masse and waiting for this opportunity to fall in your lap and then be upset that it hasn't. You have to take more control over your career than that. You have to treat your career like a business. We're going to talk more about that in videos to come. But there are sacrifices that you are going to have to make, especially if you are not getting your foot in the door right now. And you have to take that into consideration and what sacrifices you're willing to make in order to get your foot in the door. But do not wait for those doors to open for you. Get out there, create your own opportunities, and build those doors for you to step through and step into that future that you want. Step into that future that is right there for you for the taking. You got to create that opportunity. You've got to build that door. Don't wait for it to fall into your lap. I didn't. I went and waited in a lobby for over an hour for a Devil Wears Prada attorney to meet with me. Talk more about that in another video. I sacrificed my financial stability and had to do that for well over a year and make many, many more sacrifices while I was there and throughout the course of my career. But it was worth it because I knew in the very beginning that this is a marathon. This is not a sprint. I have to be very strategic about what I do in my career and the decisions that I make. And I just had to get my foot in the door. I did it. I got my foot in the door. I have not left this industry since, and I have continued to scale my business. I've been in this industry for over 20 years. I'm super happy. I love what I do, and I love my job. But I had to make incredible sacrifices to get here. You have the ability to take more control than I think what a lot of people do. And don't let anyone come and tell you that, hey, you don't have experience, so you can't get your foot in the door, or you don't have a 4-year degree and a certification and all this other stuff. Don't listen to those people, because there are so many attorneys who are willing to take the time to mold you and to train you, because you're worth it. So treat your career like a business, because you're the brand. I want to thank everybody who continues to support my channel and who comes back and leaves me comments and amazing feedback, because I couldn't do this without you. And I am so happy that you guys like what I'm putting out there and continue to come back. And I'm happy to add value to this legal community. I want to. I've been part of this industry for a long time, and it's time to start giving back. And that's why I created this platform. So that's all I have for today, and I hope you liked it. Please comment below and tell me about your sacrifices. I'd love to hear them. Tell me how you got your foot in the door, because there are a lot of people and a lot of commenters out there who are stifling our future paralegals because they're telling them that they are not good enough. And guess what? They're wrong. You are good enough. Tell yourself that every single day. You've got this, you can do this. And if somebody is telling you different, then I want you to go to arrowconsultants.solutions and book a free consultation with me and give me the opportunity to inspire you further. As always, good luck to you in all that you do, because this crazy legal industry needs a paralegal boss just like you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, an amazing weekend ahead of you, and I will see you guys back here on the next one. Mwah! Bye, guys. So first, no. Okay.